Well, hey there, Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. Welcome to day 1934 of What's She Up To Now, documenting the journey originally as I moved from the brick and mortar corporate world of business to the online world of business in 2017, 2018. I don't think I came online until, I didn't do videos or anything until 2018 for sure. Why? Because it took me at least a year to get up the gumption to actually create and do a live video. And like everybody else in the beginning, they were horrible. They're still kind of bad. Some days they're good, some days they're bad. It's just the nature of the beast because we all ebb and flow. Well, today we're talking about in the Get Your Goals Annual Challenge, day 131 today already. We're working on and focusing on our physical well-being, our physical health, and we picked a goal that we are applying the SOAP framework to. And so today we are on the P. P stands for progress, meaning how do I know if I'm moving toward my goal or away from my goal? Because some of the things we do, of course, move us toward our goal, toward getting what we want. And other times we take action and it doesn't do anything. It doesn't move the needle at all. We don't feel like we're making any progress because sometimes we just try something the first time. We need to do it more than once, right? When we're learning something new, when we're achieving a new skill, when we're trying to master something, we don't just do it once and then quit and give up. We do it and then we keep practicing and practicing until we become proficient, until we finally master and achieve the thing that it is that we're trying to achieve. So today's question is, how do I know if I'm moving toward what I want or not? Because we want to keep doing things that move us toward what we want and maybe stop doing the things that are moving us in the opposite direction. So talked about that. I am using this week's surgery as my personal goals that I'm soaping. And it's like, how do I recover and get back to normal as quickly as possible, or even better than I was before with respect to this surgery. So today I actually have a follow-up appointment with my doctor to get my box looked at. I call it my box, my ICD looked at, and to make sure and verify that it's working. And then tomorrow I'll do readings on it remotely, things like that. Things that I've done before, 13 years ago, but I kind of don't remember because it was 13 years ago. So how do we know we're making progress? And I do, and I shared this in today's video, twice a day, in the morning and at night before I go to bed, I do a pain check. I do how much does it hurt? And I think about, well, compared to yesterday. And so far, every day it's getting better and better, which is exactly what I want. I also do at least once a day a review of all my doctor's instructions to make sure I am or am not following them. And if I'm not, then I have to take some corrective action to make sure that I am following it. And that usually involves asking for some help or not doing things that I know I'm not supposed to do, like lifting my granddaughters. So that is today's Get Up and Go Challenge SOAP framework. I'm going to cover the SOAP framework every month this year because it's that important that we have a process that we can use. So whenever a challenge, a setback, a difficulty, a problem comes our way, we make sure that we're dealing with it in the best way possible for us at the time, given the information that we have at the time. For today's Supersize Your Business idiom, I shared going round in circles. And to me, this isn't a great thing that we would ever want to do in our business. It means that we're wasting time, energy, resources, effort. We're doing things that aren't getting us the progress or the results that we want. They're not moving us in the direction we want our business to go, which is usually growing and building and supersizing it. So talked about a few things to look for. And one of those is, do we find that we're working with people that have a lot of energy or are doing a lot of things, but they're not getting any results? What are we going to do about that? Do we find we interact with people that are talking in circles? Because generally, people that are talking in circles are the same as somebody that's going around in circles. They're saying a lot of stuff, but they're not really making any progress. And usually it's for one of a couple reasons. They don't know what they're talking about. They are trying to manipulate, lie, or deceive. Think of the media. The media talks in circles. They share the same 10 minutes of news for 24 hours a day, right? They have their headlines and that's all they share over and over and over again. And that is an example of propaganda talking in circles. And it's designed to get our attention and manipulate us in some way, shape, or form. And we all interact with and find people like that, right? We cross paths with people that do that as well. And again, it's usually designed out of ignorance or to manipulate and get someone's own way. I've had people like that in my life, which they're no longer in my life, but that was, and I didn't realize it at the time, but that was their intent, was to, in some way, shape, or form, advance their agenda, but not necessarily caring if they harmed me or other people in the process. All right, that's all I've got today. Headed to the doctor. If I can help you in any way, ask. Otherwise, have a fantastic day, and I'll, of course, be with you tomorrow.